Hello and welcome to episode 95 of Champion the Gamer, a special roundtable edition. We've got the whole of BuddyGames on. First of all, how are we?
All
I'm doing
good.
good,
Hello.
thank you.
Yes, very
I love that
excited.
test.
Hello.
I love that test because it's like, are we going to chat all at once or is it going to work together? No, perfect. This is going to be amazing. Obviously, Rosie, you're a glutton for punishment. You're back again. How are you?
Sorry, I hit my mic. I'm all right, thank you. It's good to be back. It's good to be back and chatting. I will say, I thought I was just going to sit here and have a lovely time, but prior to the podcast recording, Marv said he's given me his own questions. Like, I've got my own stuff, so now I'm like, can't just sit down and have a nice little chat with you again.
Well, one of my things is I always try and get guests out of their comfort zone a little bit, so hopefully I've done that for you. Again, perfect. Thank you for doing this. It's much appreciated. Please give listeners, in any way, shape, or form, what BuddyGames is, who you are, etc.
Go on, Liam. I think you should take this one.
Sure thing. So here's the spiel. Here is the spiel. Think back. Think back to when you were a young lad or lass in school and you had finished school. You've had your boring lessons for the day. You've had your biology, your English, your maths, history. That was all right, that one. Anyway, after that, you went to your mate's house and you just played games together. That's all you did. Not necessarily co-op games, not necessarily playing them at the same time, but you just go over there and experience games you haven't got. They would come to your house, experience games they haven't got, because obviously you relied on your parents back then. And to buy you all your gifts and presents and games. Anyway, that's what BuddyGames is. We want to bring back that feeling of just playing games with your mate like you used to have back in the day. It doesn't necessarily need to be co-op. It's just literally showing off games that you like, showing off games that they like, and just playing games together and having a nice time. Just enjoying games as it should be. And that's what BuddyGames is. That's what we try to do anyway.
We've said before, it's one of the things where, okay, yeah, co-op's great, but actually a lot of us played games with a friend. Well, one person played it, one person watched. That's how you play them. And one thing I said to Rosie beforehand was the ability to miss. So, like you said there, it's one thing to have games at your fingertips now, but there is something special with having to wait to the weekend that you get a game or play a game. Like if you know, Liam, a game that you had in the so-and-so, whatever, in the playground, tell me about it, and then I couldn't play it until the Saturday. You have to wait.
Exactly.
Amazing. So, what are you currently playing on stream?
On stream, we're currently playing Uncharted 4. It's a fantastic series. The reason why we're doing Uncharted 4 10 years later, I had never experienced Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 before. I started with Uncharted 4 when it came out. So Rosie and Nico demanded that I played the first three on stream, and it was really good fun. They're incredible games, absolutely amazing games, and we just felt we need to finish it off. You know, we've done the three. There were new experiences for me. We all know four already, but it's such a good game. We need to finish off the Uncharted series, so let's just do it. So that's what our 2026 first playthrough was, a big, grand game like Uncharted 4. And it's still just a joy to play as it was back then as well. It never gets old. The game's just fantastic. So
It's
many
been
good
so
moments.
good to revisit.
Yeah.
So many memories as well, that like little details that we've all forgotten about. Like the moment that I don't want to say spoilers in case there's any listeners who don't know, but Liam, you literally had it very recently near the end of the game where you were just like, I completely forgot that was an element.
Yeah,
And it just
something very,
changed your character.
very big happens in that game about 2/3 in, and I completely forgot about that story element. So it was a nice shock to me again, something I haven't experienced in like 10 years. So yeah, playing that game, I've had other shocks playing other games, obviously.
Yeah. You've never had the same shock ever again.
Yeah, no, I meant just playing Uncharted 4. It felt like a new experience again. So yeah, it was good fun, really good fun.
It's nice, right? I mean, maybe Nico have a chat about this, but I've said before, it's nice going back to stuff like that, like series in full. I was doing Lara Croft this year, or last year now, in full, because they're all there sat there. I've not got to wait for the next release to come out. They're all just in the same library. They're all available. So maybe chat about that. What's it like having the ability on Twitch and on stream and everything to have this all at your fingertips to play rather than having to wait for the next big release?
It makes it, for Twitch, it makes it really difficult to pick your next game, your next series as well. Because, as much as we want to, play what we want to play, we've also got to think about Twitch at the same time and having an audience that aren't going to get bored watching us play, Dredge, for example. That was the one for Nico.
Yeah, I was.
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead, Liam.
No. Go. I've spoken enough. I've spoken enough.
The way how BuddyGames is structured is that where we like to do a long playthrough usually, and then we also like to add little one-offs in between. So we normally stream on a Sunday. That's usually our 3-hour slot. So we like to commit that to our bigger games. But we also have on the Wednesday slot, we do our one-offs. And that's usually a very good way to like spice things up, because the problem that you get quite quickly with Twitch and playthroughs and Let's Plays is that if people are missing out on the first episode or second episode, they tend to not follow for the episodes after that, because obviously they're missing out what the plot is. They just happen to have a very busy week and stuff like that. So our content that we base it on is something that we can play quite quickly. So usually like within 10 to 15 hours or so. Uncharted 4 is a little bit longer than that, but it still fits quite nicely within that. And then those one-offs are usually quite nice opportunities, depending on what we feel like that time of the year is good for. Like, for instance, iToy is something we do in the winter, and there's a good reason for that. It's because it's quite active and it gets very, very warm and stuffy in here. So you won't see us doing that like during a heat wave in August.
But you will see us wearing a VR helmet, apparently, when we did LA Noire in the heat. Wasn't it we do LA Noire VR in this summer or something?
I think it was in the summer, yeah.
It's really sweaty.
So we believe that passion is the key ingredient when it comes to doing like Let's Plays together. But whilst we do that, we also like to pick the games that we're passionate about within those moments. So we just kind of like bounce off of each other and say like, hey, we noticed that it's Halloween. We need a one-off. There's this game called Muppets Monster Adventure. Would you like to check this one out? And that's how, for instance, we did like a one-off on that one during Halloween. So it's based off of like the limitations of our room. Is a big contender of that one. Obviously, who's in at the same time as well. Like, for instance, Liam and I have built up this shtick where we constantly play these PlayStation 2 gangster games.
Don't know why.
Liam was, I believe, Liam, it's because you were very nostalgic for a couple of them. And
there's only one, and it was Scarface. Yeah. That was it. But for some reason, it's developed. Oh, and the Getaway. Yeah, good point.
So it becomes a trend quite quickly, because when you give an audience like patterns and stuff, they like to point it out. And we were like, let's just hone in on that one, because Liam and I, we could really use like a theme that's just for the two of us. So we were like, let's focus on a lot of gangster games instead. And that's where indeed it conspired into like games like Scarface. We got The Godfather, for instance, in the pipeline, and loads of other games that fit that criteria quite nicely.
And they all just happen to be quite mature as well, with some really mature themes. Something that BuddyGames doesn't usually do. Yeah, something we don't tend to do on BuddyGames, unless it's me and Nico streaming, and then there'll be just a strip club or something in the game. Just like, what?
Literally, it's when I look back and I'm just like, wherever I'm doing, if I'm out and about, I'll just tune in and I see you both in a very inappropriate area or something. And I'm literally out for an afternoon. What are you guys doing?
Or it's a game that's got a swear word like every other line. Like, it's something we also don't do much on BuddyGames as well. So just really inappropriate games whenever me and Nico stream.
I think ultimately, though, like just honing in on your like main question of like, what's it like having like this library of games and then just doing it on Twitch? It's, you know, if ultimately we pick what we want to play based on, I mean, we do consider time. Like, for example, we all know the beginning of this year was very busy for video games because Resident Evil Requiem came out. So when we came back to stream, and it was a case of like, okay, what game do we want to play? Because it's a bit of a quiet time in January. So what do we want to play in January? What are we in the mood for? Liam was the one who said, let's do Uncharted 4. And it was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So because Liam wanted to play it, we were just like, yeah, let's just do it. And we thought by the time that we would finish it, then it would be a good time to then delve into Resi Requiem, because we do try to balance not only games that we really want to play just because, but also games that we really want to play, and also they are also like modern releases, just in case people want to share this new and exciting experience with the three of us as well as hosts. So yeah, ultimately, like having this game, this library of games and stuff like that at our disposal, it's really good for moments where we're just like, let's just play a game, especially for the one-offs, when it's literally like, Liam's remembered this game from his childhood. Like, well, I don't know, a Lego game, let's play it.
Another thing that we do as well is we put it in a scales where we like to divide our games by either it's a modern game or it's a retro game. Now, this is a bit controversial because retro is like, depends how you look at it.
I was about to say, where does retro come in? Where's that line?
Yeah, so I'm a big contender of that. It's like an era. So it's not so much of like a cutoff point, and more so about like, this was the retro era, this is the modern era, so to speak. And I think the retro era ended at the end of PS2 in my head. So we look at PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 as the retro, and then PlayStation 3 and beyond as modern. And if we've noticed that we do a lot of PlayStation 1 and 2 games, like, hang on a minute, we need to probably play something modern as well. So we like to balance the two a little bit, and that's also a way how we determine what kind of games we play. So yes, we've got a huge amount of games we could pick from, but we can't just play Red Dead Redemption 2 because that would take like at least a year to beat on the channel with the amount of time that we've got. Yeah, Liam will know.
Yeah.
Liam
I attempted that on my own channel, and yes, it took almost 8 months. So, yeah.
Oh my
No
god!
way.
So yeah,
Talk a
fun
bit
times.
about the dynamic of this, because obviously it's one thing for, let's say myself, if I was to be a streamer, right? It's me on my own. I could pick wherever I want to play, when I want to play it, on my own schedule. How quickly was the dynamic working between the three of you? When did you go, this works, we can do this? Or was it a long process?
Well, back many years ago, like literally, many years ago, like literally 10 years ago, around that, Liam and I, we used to work together, and we both realized that we really liked watching the same video game content on YouTube. There was a lot of people who created videos on YouTube that we both really we both enjoyed watching their work, and I was also doing like my own YouTube stuff on Professor Juice. Like I've only just started out, but I was just making like fun videos and stuff. And Liam came up to me and was just like, "Oh, you know what? I would like to give this a shot as well. I think it'd be really fun if we did it." So, and the thing is, Liam and I, we already got along at work really well. You know, we would literally, you know, we was how we're saying the whole vibe of going around to your mate's house and playing games after work, like literally for
That's literally what you did.
well, yeah, for us,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't like, so, you know, when we finished work, it was home time, you know, have dinner and then go to bed. But for us, we had that moment of catching up with games at work. Like I literally remember, you know, I think even when we just started BuddyGames, when we played Resident Evil 7 on the channel back when we just did a Let's Play on YouTube, I remember coming into work and just like going to Liam like, "Oh, do you remember this bit of the game?" and this, that, and the other. So essentially, like that whole feeling, the whole dynamic of just talking about games we loved and you know, experiences that we had, we were already having at work. And you know, genuinely, we're not just colleagues, we're also friends. So we already knew that we just like talking. Don't shake your head. Already knew that we like talking about this stuff, and then that's the thing, like we gave it a shot because, you know, why not give it a shot, see how it goes. Our first episodes, I mean, Liam, what are our first episodes like on YouTube?
Oh, they're absolutely terrible. They're so awful. Our first series was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which is the remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 on the GameCube. And in my opinion, I think it is as well. Even though it's over the top and it's silly, it's such a good version to play. Anyway, they're awful. We didn't even have a name for the show when we first started recording. We were like, we'll record them, we'll work out the rest later. So we're like, welcome to the show. We didn't even have BuddyGames as a name yet. But yeah, we gelled really well, though. I feel like we're exactly the same. Like the way we work together is exactly the same as it was 10 years ago. Obviously, it's matured and it's you know, it's improved, but we've still got that chemistry from day dot, really. So that really works. Yeah, I think Rosie and I are both quite the same in our kind of opinions of games. Well, we just love games. There's games we don't like, don't get us wrong, but we're not very kind of what's the right word I'm looking for here? Like controversial opinions, very like looking for the negative in everything. We just like games.
On BuddyGames.
Yeah.
Liam said this about this game he doesn't like.
Yeah, there's games of course we both don't like, but you know, we both just love video games. We love playing games, and I think that's what connected us so well.
So did you bring Nico in for the negative part or what?
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, we needed an edge. Elements, it was too happy on the show, so we need to. I'll let Rosie and Nico explain how Nico came along to it, but I just want to add that Nico fitted in really well from day dot. It was quite early when Nico and Rosie first got together. Nico did some work for us as well, creating better branding because Rosie's wonderful drawings. As much as I love them, they're tough. And my intro with I had this weird spinning word thing that spun round, and it was just terrible. We didn't really know what we were doing on that one. So Nico helped us on that one. And then when he visited the UK, he actually joined in some of the shows as well. So obviously we knew it was going to work already because we had already tried it. Anyway, I'll let you two explain how you two.
Yeah.
Go on,
met?
Yeah, so I knew about Rosie and Liam's show in the past already, and I think I think I just might have just barged in. I was like,
you
"Can I?"
literally did it. So for some context, just in case anyone doesn't know, but Nico and I, we are actually dating. We have been for over 10 years now.
That's why I'm here and they're both there, by the way. They didn't just decide to meet up without me.
We just don't like Liam, actually.
Yeah.
But and Nico and I, we used to be long distance. Nico lived in the Netherlands, I lived in the UK. So when Nico would come to visit me in the UK, and you know, I lived very close to Liam, Nico knew you knew about BuddyGames, and you were like, I'd really love to play Crash Bandicoot on the channel. And I knew you love Crash Bandicoot. I love Crash Bandicoot. And you know, because like Liam and I, we've always just been like, we just love playing games. I think we were literally like, yeah, let's just do it. That's fine if you want to come on as a guest.
Yeah, like this blue Yeti on the middle of the table. It's super echoey looking back on it. Me with a very thick Dutch accent as well, comparatively what it is today. But yeah, so I just kind of just barged my way in, and we played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. And the fun thing is they actually did really well on paper. So I think, you know, there was also a little bit of sense of pride of like, I think, you know, this is our best work on BuddyGames right now. We should do this again, which we did. We did Crash Bandicoot 2 and Crash Bandicoot 3 as well. And as Liam said, so for those who don't know, I'm also like a graphic designer on the side. I've helped out dozens and dozens of YouTubers with their branding as well as Twitch streamers. And when Liam approached me for the branding, that's where also kind of my role came into BuddyGames, where if there was any visual that needed making, I would help them out. And I basically gave you two like my A game. I was like, I want to make sure that it all looks the best that I can do at this point. There was no stone left unturned as well. One of my proudest achievements with the branding is that when you look at Rosie's, let me see if I can grab this one.
Oh, everything's gonna fall off the pillow.
It's gonna fall. But like we got the pillows over here. But like this is maybe because of the camera you can't see it too well. But this is like a brown color. But if you would like make that super vibrant, it would be orange. And same with Liam's over there. His hair looks like brown, but it's actually blue if you look at it carefully. So I've added like all these nice color profiles that we have kind of kept for a decade at this point. We haven't changed that much of the branding.
Yeah, luckily your favorite color also worked with our branding of so literally our branding colors of blue and orange was literally because blue is Liam's favorite color and orange is mine, and it just coincidentally works really well. And Nico's favorite color is
I completely forgot. We just have coasters over here as well. Could just grab these. But yeah,
Nico's favorite color is like a red hot pink color, and we know red just works with the yellowy orange and the blue and stuff. So luckily for you, Nico, your color matched our branding.
I do like how absolutely none of us decided to wear any of the colors we're talking about right now. Yeah.
I'm wearing Rosie's color as well. Yeah.
I've got some blue in the background. That'll count, right? It's fine.
I've got a little bit of yellow from the PlayStation logo. There you go.
Also, quite like how Nico, you were saying about bringing your A game and everything, which is obviously professional, brilliant. But I like the idea that you did that because you were like, I want to join soon, so I just make it look great. So when I join this, but before we go to the next part, though, I want to ask because obviously you said you'd started 10 years ago, which is mad actually. But you've obviously done it pre and post COVID, right? Now I mentioned COVID because COVID's a big thing. I know Rosie, we chatted about it a little bit, but maybe lads, if you can give me your perspective on it, how has it changed content-wise between now and then? Because obviously post-COVID, content's completely different than it. So how has it changed making it? How's the feel of it? What's the culture like? Speak a bit about
that. Yeah, go ahead, Liam.
Yeah, I don't really know, in all honesty. Not a lot's changed with BuddyGames. We're a lot more conscious now when people get sick compared to when we used to before COVID. Like, if one of us gets sick now, you're like, I better stay away because I don't want to infect you two. Which I don't know if we cared that much before COVID. If it was just like a cold, obviously, But yeah, actually making content, I really don't know how to answer that. I can't really feel it's changed much.
If I could sort of jump in a little bit, the reason why I ask it is because, again, we mentioned this, Rosie, but people that started their content in COVID, so obviously everyone's at home, everyone's got the time to do it, it feels great. But then when COVID ended, but when it ended and everyone went back to work, you found out who the real players were because they were like, well, I'm at full time back at work, I'm going to keep streaming. I've still got a love for it, I've still got the drive to do it, etc. So it changed in terms of like who were the real ones that wanted to actually be doing it. Did that affect you at all? Do you look back on that and think, actually, yeah, we love it so much that we're glad to do it again? Have we changed how you want to approach it? Like anything in that realm?
Well, we actually only started Twitch streaming because of COVID, really. Because before COVID, we did Let's Plays. Sorry if you heard that click. We did Let's Plays on YouTube, like, 10, 15-minute videos. It was only after COVID that I can't remember why we made this decision, though. That's the thing I'm trying to think back on.
I think we just wanted to try it out. It was a case of, so when I say we've been around for 10 years, yeah, like Liam said, we originally started as a YouTube channel, just pre-recording episodes and popping them on YouTube. And then, coincidentally, Liam and I both moved house, like to a completely different city. So we did keep up, like doing the YouTube side of things, but also we both just got incredibly busy. We tried to keep on top of things, but like with moving, and also then Nico moved in with me, and Liam also had his own life achievements that he was pursuing now with this big move. We did what we could, but the rhythm of uploading and stuff wasn't so much there. And then when the lockdown happened, I think we've always been chatting about BuddyGames, and we're all saying how we wanted to bring it back properly. And we knew that Twitch was not a new big thing, but since we were making content as BuddyGames anyway, in our eyes, it was like, we've never tried it before. We've seen other people trying it. It looks like a lot of fun, and it's pretty much the same thing we were doing before, only it's actually live communicating with an audience. So I believe for us during lockdown, that was when we were planning and we were talking about what if we did this, like how practical would it be? And then it was pretty much after then lockdown, when everyone could start seeing each other again, that we fully gave it a shot with Resi Village.
I've got another angle with as well. I think was irrelevant. So Liam will remember these because Liam for the longest time was the editor on BuddyGames for the YouTube channel, and Liam, which rightfully so, just got a bit frustrated with the amount of editing that needed to be done on YouTube to make that work. So we knew that YouTube was not really viable in the long run if we kept this up. There were lots of gaps between whether it was like live events or indeed because of lockdown. That didn't help either. And during 2020, I remember Rosie and I, because we were so upset by the situation, because, like people were like separated from each other. We're separated from families, from friends and all that stuff. So that's what was upsetting. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring some joy back into the world, some positivity, some safe spaces. So Rosie on her channel, Professor Juice, started streaming, and I, who was in your bubble as well, I was like, I'll join you, because I believe that
I streamed on like special occasions, like on a bank holiday or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite strongly too. So we did that in 2020 for a while. So we already had like, okay, this YouTube thing, it's fun, but we know that it's not necessarily going to lead us to anything if we keep this up. And then we were like, you know what? We liked what we did with Professor Juice, with your line of work. We also seen that stuff worked quite nicely. What if we tried and like connect on Twitch? Because we know with Twitch you have an interactive community rather than on YouTube where it's more on demand, which creates like a barrier between your audience, rather than you can actually directly talk to your audience. And that led us to just trying out this Twitch endeavor, which turned out to be extremely fruitful and actually way more in line with what we enjoy doing. So all three of us have always believed about sharing the passion about video games, creating a nice environment for people to hang out in, and also, like we said, that indeed that old school bedroom playing games with your friends feeling on the channel alongside it. And I think that's what led us to go forth with this idea.
Incredible stuff. Because I was going to ask about if there's been any challenges you didn't foresee, but it sounds like your level of planning kind of negates all of that anyway, because you've got a really balanced view on it, right?
We were very lucky, I will have to say as well, because there's a couple of things that we were very much prepared for when we went into Twitch. Rosie has been presenting for years. She's an incredible editor as well. So when it comes to videos and whatsoever, you can always rely on her. Instead, I've got a very much a huge graphic design background, so anything social media related I could help out with. Liam is an incredible tech wizard when it comes to setting things up, looking into how to get the equipment, making sure everything works here on BuddyGames. And he's also a fantastic host. He knows how to hold a house. He knows how to make sure that everyone feels welcome. And he's so natural with banter, with the community. So I feel that we did have a lot of ingredients in place to make this work. And when you work with a team of people, reliability is from someone that worked with teams a lot, is the number one thing I could ask for. If we disagree on things, that's fine. But if you don't show up when I need you, that's like the most important thing. I need you there when I need you. And the three of us, we've been so reliable towards each other that we've just overcome all these obstacles where we could, because we left it to the right person, and that person would have done the job on that part. So yeah, I strongly believe that it's our teamwork and collaboration that led us to where we are right now. But we are incredibly fortunate that we had these very strong backgrounds from the start before we went into this.
I'm so, because as Rosie will know, I'm so looking forward to later on, because I'm going to ask you a certain question that you're going to have to answer. And it's going to be illuminating and lovely to hear. Get the tissues ready. Before we go to the next bit, we start doing different things in roundtables, and one of them is called Book Club. Now, just let us know what you're playing off stream. So, what you're currently playing off stream, like what games you're looking at. Are you playing day to day? What are you currently playing, Liam?
So, in amongst my Cyberpunk playthroughs, because I tend to just play mostly Cyberpunk.
For context, the reason Nico and I laugh is because he plays nothing but Cyberpunk. You play it again
absolutely,
and again and again.
I'm obsessed with it. I can't get enough of it. I feel like I'm homesick when I'm not in Night City. It's weird. I like just walking around. Anyway, right now I'm actually I want something a bit more casual. I want something I could just pick up and put down without focusing on story and missions and moments. So I decided to replay Just Cause 3.
Which my God,
nice.
What a game that is.
It's got such a fun gameplay loop that it's just just flying around, just blowing stuff up. It's just good fun. So like this morning, like an hour before I'd start work, because I was working from home today, lucky me, and I had an hour, so I was like, I'm just gonna blow up some military bases for the first. Out of context, that's going to sound really odd, but it's a game, all right? It's a game. You blow up military bases in the game, yeah. So that's what I'm currently doing, and then after I've done that, I'll probably go back to Cyberpunk again.
Nice. Just for a bit, I've just finished Edge Runners, the anime.
Oh, lovely stuff.
I know it's amazing.
It's really good.
Rosie.
So I'm at the moment playing, because recently, I'll be honest, I've played a lot of games for my work. Like, I've recently just played 3 games for capturing for this video I'm currently working on, and then I've been playing games for my own streaming channel on Twitch. So for me personally, I have been playing and I've been playing 2 games. Animal Crossing, the New Horizons, right?
Yes,
I was going to say New Leaf, but I was just like, no,
that's the 3DS one.
New Horizons, yeah. So Animal Crossing New Horizons, because I played it. So back when it was like really popular, just when we're talking about the lockdown and stuff, when it was really popular in lockdown, I missed out on the hype of it because I was busy. I had a phase in my life where I was just getting loads of platinum trophies in PlayStation games. And then by the time I got it, I'll never forget, Liam said to me, like, Rosie, you're really late to it now. Like, no one's going to be playing it anymore. And I was like, no, it's fine. So I bought it like after lockdown. And when I booted it up, yeah, everyone was pretty much like done. And I was just like, oh, okay. But either way, so, it kind of fizzled out. And then with the recent Switch 2 update, I thought, no, I'm going to pick it up again. And even though I see a couple of people still playing it in my like friend list and stuff, but for me, I've just got really into it. It's just my little relaxation game. I can play it for like half an hour to an hour, for example. But then apart from that, because that's like my little pick up and play, but my main leisurely playthrough for me at the moment is Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, which I've only just picked up recently. I've just finished Dragon Quest 8 on the 3DS because I really wanted to play 7. And also just after finishing Requiem last week, I was like, yeah, no, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for a classic RPG adventure in the wonderful Dragon Quest world. So that's what I'm playing at the moment.
And just to wrap that off, before you go, Nico, Rosie, Leon, yes or no?
In what, with Leon, in what way?
Apparently Leon is taken in there by storm, isn't he? With his wet hair and his bulging biceps and whatnot. Is he just the love of your life at the moment?
Well, the thing, I've already got my boyfriend in Resident Evil, and that's Barry Burton. So that's the thing. Leon, he's a great guy, and he's awesome and epic. But literally, when I'm saying Leon, yes, I'm saying Leon, yes, because I'm a fiend for cheesy action and his one-liners and his dramatic kicks and like just the over-the-top fun that Leon has whenever he's in a Resident Evil game. That's why I'm saying yes, because I'm like, yes, give me that cheesy action. I love the boy. He's great fun.
I love it. Nico, what are you playing right now?
So, for me, for those who don't know, I am a huge fan of the Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte. I said it. Well, I once said the full name, and ever since the buddies have not let go of it, so I have to abide to that rule. It's my character trait now. But I play a lot on that device, and I've been playing Lunar on it. That's the remaster collection. Because I really want to play more PS1 RPGs, because that was originated from. I have also been playing Pokemon Crystal again. I don't play a lot of Pokemon, but because of Pokemon Fire Red's release and seeing all my friends playing Pokemon again, I'm like, oh, I want to play a bit of Pokemon as well. But I didn't want to play Pokemon Fire Red necessarily, because Rosie's about to play Pokemon Leaf Green. So I was like, I want to play something that I was very nostalgic for. So very nostalgic for Pokemon Gold. So instead, I was like, you know what? I'm going to play Pokemon Crystal instead, because it's a lot of like what you're already used to, but slightly different. So I was like, I want to have that twist. I want to see what that's all about. And I'm playing, of course, Resident Evil Requiem at the moment, which, yes, Leon is amazing. I love his one-liners. What is it? I love that he is. I won't say too much about it. Don't worry. I'm not going to go in depth about the spoilers or anything of that nature. But what I really like about Leon is that after the events of Resident Evil 2 and 4, with the amount of stuff you would go through, you'd be like, how do you create a character? Because he's practically invincible at that point. And I think Requiem, without giving too much away, does such a good job at like leveling up that character to where he is now and how the game reflects on that. And that's what I've been playing a lot. You'll see me play a lot of like retro games if it's not obvious yet.
No, I love it. I was going to say, it just your take really quickly on Lunar Genesis, because I think that game is trash. It almost ruined my love affair for Lunar. So, your thoughts?
So I've only played the first Lunar game so far. That's my first experience on it. I've been picking up these HD 2D remasters. So I've played Dragon Quest 3, for instance. I've been loving that. I played Suikoden 1 so far. I'm a bit through Suikoden 2. So I've picked Lunar up as well, because it's like just a nice lighthearted RPG, very simple, but just such a interesting RPG, especially in its like voice acting and animated cutscenes, which is just so unusual for an RPG of that time. So yeah, I've just been like absolutely loving that, because I just love to see how everyone made their games differently in the 90s. But yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot.
No, awesome stuff. And regular listeners of the show will know we do hot takes and solid debates. We change it slightly for these roundtables. We call it guest topics. So basically, we'll go around the table and we'll ask you one thing in gaming that you're currently obsessed with, or that's bugging you, or gaming-wise is just on your mind right now. So, Liam, what in gaming right now is really on your mind?
I have no idea, in all honesty. I'm
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's always cyberpunk. That's all I think about is cyberpunk. So yeah, what's the question again?
So, what in gaming at the moment are you currently obsessed with? What's a topic on your mind right now? One of my things is the lack of live events and how live events are dying off. But like, what in your head is kind of like what's on your mind right now in terms of gaming?
Yeah, I'm gonna struggle to answer that one, I think, in all honesty. I'm as soon as you said lack of live events, I'm with you on that one, but I don't want to just completely steal your answer, because the kind of EGX is sadly not what it used to be.
Well, because you guys went to, the name escapes me, but what event did you go to recently?
Bristol Game Expo.
Bristol, yes. How was that?
Amazing. It was genuinely amazing. Obviously, it's really small. They're still, it's relatively new events. They're getting bigger each year. Like we went to one last year as well, and it was tiny. This year was probably twice the size. But yeah, that was absolutely fantastic walking around there. You just felt like there was stalls, there was little game, there was like indie devs there you could chat to and play. It wasn't too busy. It was it's just really nice. It was exactly what you wanted from it. Yeah, really good. I definitely recommend it. They do other ones as well. It's not just Bristol. There's other ones. There's one in Cardiff, I believe, coming up as well, or just happened. So yeah, go and check
Well, I
that
was
out
lucky
if you
enough
haven't already.
to have a conversation with Middle-aged gamer guy. His episode's out soon, as of recording, about these events and the fact there's lack of them. The fact they're just dying out, and you can't seem to get the amount of traction behind them, which is sad. And I wondered if you guys have had that feeling of like, we need these back because they're actually going to sustain quite a big, important piece of gaming, full stop. Because the ability to go and meet people and see people was missing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with EGX, for example, was probably the biggest one in the UK for a long time. Obviously, it's merged with Comic Con, and it really feels like Comic Con's it is a Comic Con now with a very small EGX section to it. So Nico was when he found out about the Bristol game event, you've been super supportive, just trying to get people involved with that. So obviously they approached us. We were lucky enough to be invited to go, and then Nico introduced them to other streamers we know to get them to go as well, and just get the name out there a lot more. Because that there isn't much in the UK anymore for it all.
And also, I'm tired of spending a lot of money on train tickets. That's
to
on
London,
my mind.
to London, yeah.
Everything's in London. It's not
everything's in London.
You go from Bristol to London. Apparently, it's the most expensive line. Like, this is not a fun fact, everyone. This is not funny. So yeah, having some events that's just a 20-minute drive from where you are. That's quite pleasant. Yeah.
I love that. Nico's biggest gaming take. I was going to say Nico's biggest gaming take is train prices.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about you two? What's on your mind right now?
Well, I think, Nico, you were talking about one literally tonight about a big gaming thing that.
Yeah, I mean, I could bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, this is something that I was talking about with Rosie. So I won't mention where I saw this, but I was just watching, I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, and I'm pretty sure I got spoiled on a thing from Requiem, which I will not go in depth about. But when I saw it, it just made me think of like spoiler etiquette. And with video games these days, they're more than just things that we enjoy. It's something that we're also like openly passionate about on the internet. But also, content creation has taken over like drastically. Like if you're talking about differences what video games were back then versus now, you can definitely tell that content creation has played a huge role into how games are being presented nowadays. And if you have really cool key moments in a video game, it becomes very attractive to just low-key, like, I'm just going to put this in with my reaction, or I'm going to put this in and let the community decide what they think of it. And then when you see that, you stumble upon them by accident without any like spoiler mention or whatsoever. You could have the potential of getting spoiled on these topics, and I just wish that there was a more open discussion about that on the internet, and ways how social media platforms can work around it as well. It's a huge discussion, I think, that needs to be unraveled and thought out more, because it ruins video games for me. And
I hate those ones where they put up a post saying major character comes back to the franchise or something like that. It's just even if they don't reveal who it is, it's just like, I didn't want to know. That would have been a lovely surprise to know that something like that was going to happen at some point in the future, and it really ruins it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
we had this conversation about a bit of a weird tangent, but like wrestling. I had a guy that does a lot of wrestling content, and he was saying with wrestling full stop, it's kind of like the whole return. Wrestling return argument. Do you advertise the person appearing to get tickets, or do you promote well enough that there's enough people that buy tickets anyway and then get surprised on the night? It's that balance of which way do you go, because games are kind of the same, aren't they? Like, you need to show a little bit of the game. Like GTA 6, have we seen too much of that already? I don't know. It's going to sell anyway, so do we need to see more? I don't know. So I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's more the media companies afterwards and the YouTubers and Twitch streamers that put the stuff out, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw it more like I saw it more inadvertently. Like I don't think it's necessarily like a video game problem. I think it's more of the nature of content creation that causes it. So it's not so much about trying to sell a game. It's more about like, putting these highly hot topic moments or these big reaction moments out there for an audience, because that's your bread and butter. That's what's going to make the difference between if you're going to eat soup all day long, or if you're going to, live comfortably. So I totally get the respect the hustle in that element. But at the end of the day, we're content creators and we need to come up with clever and creative ideas that are engaging. And I think by posting mild spoilers of video games, I just don't think that's, it's just like, no, there's no etiquette around it, in my opinion. I think we can do better than that, is what I'm trying to say. So I do think there needs to be discussion held around that, and that has to change, because it makes total sense if you're press or you're lucky enough and you get the game a few days before it comes out. But for us normal people who just want to play the game and they're very busy because, your weekend was, for instance, the weekend of Resident Requiem was on your 30th birthday. So I just couldn't play it. So if I run,
it was bored. Weekend.
if we miss out on these things, it's like I said, we're just only human, and I just think that's what's bothering me. That's what bothered me at the moment, because when I saw that, what I think I saw within that mild spoiler, I was like, man, couldn't they have just like put a spoiler tag or something on, or can maybe Instagram say like, hey, we're about to show you mild spoilers of Requiem, would you like to see this or not, in similar vein to how you have like content warnings, something like that. But yeah, that's like I said, that's a whole discussion in and of itself. So I just think that needs to be chats about it. That's on my mind.
Do you think that's going to get better soon?
No. I think that as long as people don't talk about this, I think that's problem number one. And problem number two is that from a social media platform standpoint, it's all about obviously engaging and scrolling and all that stuff. So if you, so for a social media platform to obscure that, so to speak, would only disenfranchise people from platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. So I think as long as no one barks about it, so to speak, I don't think there's going to be a lot of change around it. However, I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this, because a lot of people get upset when they get spoiled by something. I know plenty of fellow streamers who keep tweeting about it as well, saying like, oh, I hope that no one's going to spoil this big game when it comes out, because I only just bought it last week. So yeah.
It feels like you now need to rush. When you get a big game, you need to get it the hour it releases it, finish it, like play it non-stop over a day, just so you're safe to go on the internet again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can't savor it, you can't spend time on it. You just need to get through it so you can, not be spoiled. It's just a bit of unfair pressure on you sometimes. Self-inflicted, but still.
I think it's fair to say this, because you had Luna Mothwings on the show the other day. Wonderful, by the
lovely.
way.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Luna Mothwings was obsessed over Silent Hill F. She really, really wanted to play that, but she played that like in an entire day. She played 18 hours of that game in one huge session, and I can tell you one of the reasons why she did that was to avoid spoilers. So that is like, if she wanted to do that, great, that's cool and all. But I think if Luna had the choice between playing it like within moderate succession, I think she probably would have preferred that. But there's definitely a level of anxiety that comes to play with it, and I feel that too. Because with Requiem, I'm ducking. I am staying away from it as far as I can, but I can't control it when I'm scrolling and I just happen to see something.
And sometimes as well with these, with the posts they put up on Instagram, I'm going to sound like an old man with the Instagram, where they show you like the first few seconds are the spoiler, and then it goes back in time to how they got to that moment. So you can't skip it. You've already seen it. It's not like you see a bit of Resident Evil. Oh, move up. You've already seen the spoiler, because it's in like the first 2 seconds or whatever. So yeah, really frustrating. I do actually have an answer now to your question. Now I've been thinking about it a little bit more. I'm a big PC gamer, as a tech nerd, and the state of PC gaming pricing right now, it is a mess. And I'm not going to go into the political and economical reasons why, because I'm not smart enough. But all I know is I'm very frustrated, because if this PC I'm using right now breaks, I'm not sure I can afford to fix it, which is the issue. Seriously breaks down, not just a software issue. So yeah, that's
don't worry too much. You might have to wait a year, but Xbox might fix it for you.
Yeah, everything's an Xbox.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Xbox being a PC is the next big thing, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it is. Yes, with Project Helix, I think it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play your PC games as well. So yeah, see what's happening with that. But yeah, it's the pricing has just gone through the roof now. And it sucks. It sucks to be a PC enthusiast at the moment, and I'm not that much of it. There's people that make whole careers around this as well, so I do feel really sorry for everyone at the moment because they are suffering. How are they meant to make this content on YouTube when the graphics card is like 1,200 quid? Like it's not affordable. They used to do, a lot of these YouTubers I watch that build PCs and enthusiasts, they'll do like these budget builds, build a PC for under 500 quid. That's just not a thing anymore. If you want a PC that can handle modern games, it's just not a thing anymore because, it's ridiculous at the moment. So yeah, that's my annoyance in gaming right now.
Well,
I got one more,
it's
Liam.
interesting that,
Yeah.
because sorry, Nico. Because one thing that was interesting there was I had a woman called Saint Michelle on, and she does a lot of cosplays, and I'll get there eventually. She does a lot of cosplays, and she was saying the culture of that is fantastic at these cons because you have a budget that you start off really small, you make a really, let's face it, rubbish cosplay, but it's your cosplay, and then if you keep at it for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 cosplays, eventually it gets better and better and better. But you're building the same thing. And that's what PC gaming used to be like, she says, because you used to have whatever worked, and then you get building on it. Whereas now you feel like you've got to really keep up with everything. So you have to fork out so much money to have this best stuff. When do you really need it? I don't know.
No, you don't always need it. I upgraded my graphics card last year. But before that, I was rocking a 30 series, and before that I was rocking a 10 series for like 5 years, and it can still handle games. Yes, fair enough, you're not going to get the highest frame rates, you're not going to get the ultra settings and the modern tech like frame generations and that lot, but you can still play games with them absolutely fine. There's no issue there at all. But if you are looking to have, especially as a PC gamer, you want it looking its best and you want the performing its best. Unfortunately, yeah, you do need to you don't need to upgrade like every year, don't get me wrong, but you do need to stay on top of it if you want to keep up, because the tech is moving really fast at the moment. Unfortunately, a lot of companies like to lock the fancy new tech and features away to their most recent graphics cards or whatever. And a lot of games now rely on this kind of AI frame gen or DLSS to actually make them look good. If you turn them off, even if you've got an amazing rig and you've got the horsepower, if you turn off these DLSS and things, the game looks terrible. It's like it's built in mind to use these AI features, and yeah, sometimes they are locked away. So yeah, that's all.
Fair enough. Now, Rosie, as we go into the next bit, you'll know we do coaches questions, which is I do questions on my page, TikTok page, and they're gaming related, obviously, and they can be anything at random. So I'll pick 5. Now we can all jump in here, so they're going to be for all of you. Question 1 is: what games have you bought a console for?
Oh, I've got an answer straight off the back. Resistance.
Okay, I've got one as well.
Yeah, me too.
Resistance: Fall of Man. I bought a PS3 for it. I like World War II and I like sci-fi aliens. I was like, this is the game for me. So I got a PS3 on launch day. I wish I kept it because it would have been the really expensive and rare fat versions because it was a launch day release. Sadly, I didn't. I probably traded it in for half a sandwich back then. But yeah, I definitely got that for that.
What about you two?
Me next?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a PS4 for Bloodborne. I didn't get a PS4 immediately because I was happy with my PS3. I went around my brother's house and he had a PS4. He showed me the introduction of Bloodborne. He was doing Father German's fight, and I just fell in love with it, and I just really wanted to try it myself. So I brought myself that. So Bloodborne was the game that made me think, no, I'm gonna now make the leap from PS3 to PS4. So yeah, I got the PS4 pretty much so I could play Bloodborne.
And for me, I'm very happy to say this one.
Wait, did I say Father German or Father Gascoigne? I meant Father.
I think
Gascoigne.
you said Father German. Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
Father
Yeah,
Gascoigne. Yeah, you got them confused.
Who's Father German?
I don't.
You don't
Father
know.
German. Father Gascoigne. I meant Father Gascoigne. I said it, and I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. And I was like, no, wait, I'm an idiot. Gascoigne. I
I
apologize.
want to know who Father German is.
I've never called him Father German. I don't know why Father German came out. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Who is he, though?
I promise.
I think we need to search it. I'm going to see if I can find someone
There is a character called Gurman. He's in the Hunter's Dream.
Right. Okay. So it's not just some kind of priest that you know
I haven't
of.
just made up. No, I haven't just made up a name of matey boy down the street. Sorry, but he was doing Father Gascoigne's boss. Either way, sorry, Nico.
Yes. So for me, I was 14 years old. I had this probably slightly not supposed to do this paperboy job, and I saved up a lot of money, and it took me ages to get this console because it was sold out the day it was out. It was super hard to get your hands on it. But 4 months in, I finally found it in a store, and I bought myself a Nintendo Wii with, look at this, Twilight Princess, which I'm wearing right now. So that was the game that I bought with it, and man, was it great. That was my first Nintendo console I bought, and my first Zelda game I bought, and that's special. It's special when you work really, really hard as a kid to get this system, and there's one game you eagerly want it with it. But yes, Twilight Princess was mine.
Amazing. I think just as a really quick aside, midnight releases need to come back, just generally. Okay,
they were great.
What is, because we've all got one of these, but what is your horror lost save file?
Ooh, I have one, yeah. I have one. This is evil.
Yeah, go on.
So, I had a Sega Dreamcast game called Sonic Shuffle. Does anyone know this game?
Oh,
does anyone know this game? I lost this game, by the way, which is now worth hundreds.
They literally.
Yeah, I know. I know. I lost it. So, Sonic Shuffle is notoriously bad. It's ridiculously hard to play, and I got to I think one of the last worlds in that game. And I remember we had my neighbors over at the time, and I swear, I'm sorry if she happens to find out about this, but she was evil. And I told her, I left her in the room, and she was always up for trouble, right? That was the thing. So she was in the room with me, and I said, right, whatever you do, because I was just joking, whatever you do, don't delete this save file. I'm just going to go downstairs and grab a drink. And I came upstairs, and guess what happened?
No.
So she deleted that save file, and that I was so angry with her. I was like, I can't believe you've done that. I can't believe you've actually deleted this save file, because it's like pure RNG how you get to that point. It is evil. There's no way how you can do that with skill. Maybe it's easy today, but I remember I spent weeks to get to that point, and I was so upset with that. But yeah, that's what I remember.
I'm so glad you got over it, though.
Yeah. I get very passionate with these conversations. Yeah. Maybe it's because this is the first time, but this might be therapy at this point. Because I don't think I've told anyone this story, because it's such a
exclusive.
Sonic Shuffle, right? Who's played Sonic Shuffle?
I know Sonic Shuffle.
But yeah,
I've been told several times this show is like therapy, so it kind of works.
There you go.
What about you two? Any lost save files that have horrified you?
Go on, Rosie, because you've probably got one. I don't think I do. I've got something else I can say, but
the thing is, the only one that immediately springs to mind, it's not as if I lost it though, because I think it still exists. I just don't have it. But back my brother and I grew up playing video games together, and we shared memory cards. And when he moved out, he pretty much took all of the memory cards. And on PS2, so that's what I mean. I don't think it's gone, because I think I remember him a couple of years ago finding the memory card and finding the save file, but I would love to revisit it. So for me, I just haven't, seen this save file in absolutely years. But my save file of Kingdom Hearts 2, because my original one on PS2, because I put so many hours into that game. But when you're a child, you don't think about that. You don't think about how many hours you're putting into a game. I mean, nowadays, I'll have a laugh with friends being like, "Oh, how many hours have you put into Elden Ring Night Rain?" Because we're all 200 plus hours into it now. Oops. But that's kind of like a joke. When you're a kid, you're just playing things again and again and again. And I would love to open up that save file, because in my head, I spent a lifetime in that game, just running around, getting nobodies and heartless for no reason. Literally, I defeated Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. So also, I'd like that save just for proof that I did it as a kid. Just so I could say, look, I did it. Yeah, I proved that I'm beating Sephiroth. But I would just love to see that save again, just to see how many hours are on the save file. Because I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is one where it does track how many hours you've put into it. So just so I could have confirmation myself on whether I put in actually a reasonable amount of hours, or if I did just go overboard and put in way too many. But that's like the first one that springs to mind when I think of just a video game save that I would just wish I still had.
I've got two more that I'm pretty sure that you have as
With
well.
me?
Yeah.
Right.
Simian Cinema is another one. And Katamari Forever specifically. That was a fun story as well.
Well, no, Katamari Forever, I found my save for that.
Yeah, but for a long time you thought it was lost.
I thought it was lost. So I did have Katamari Forever is one of the PS3 Katamari games. And for the longest time, I thought I'd lost the save file. And I had my collection was like at 99.8 or something like that, which basically to add to your collection, you've got to roll up items in like all of the levels. And, your Katamari could be any size, and that could factor into what size object you could pick up for the collection. And I had it on like 99.8. And for ages, when I got my own PS3 rather than the one we shared, I was like, I thought I lost the save file essentially, and I couldn't remember whether I played the game on the big chunky PS3 that we shared or whether I did it on my own PS3 later on. But I thought I lost it, and then it turns out that I did have it. However, it was a region dependent save file. Because I've got two versions of Katamari Forever because it had different covers. And I didn't think about regions or anything like that. They both worked on my PS3, so it was fine. And then it wasn't until I put in, I think, the Australian PS3 version of the game, which is the one that I had the save file on with the 99.8 collection. Like when I put that disc in, and I just magically found my save again. Oh my God, it was so magical. It was so magical. So again, it wasn't really lost. It was just more of like, this was a save that I found that I thought I lost. I was like, oh my God, it was so wonderful. I loved it.
And the Simian Cinema, which is also lost at time.
That is, but I don't remember making I don't remember many of my own projects in Simian Cinema.
Oh, I thought you told me that you lost your original cutscenes that you made, your original movies.
Well, I don't know whether Jim still got those, but I don't remember making anything specific.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that then.
Actually,
there we go.
Hang on, no. This is another save. I'm just talking about another one now. Liam, I'm giving you plenty of time to think. I hope you've thought about one. But in Little Big Planet, I made a whole set of levels called Your First Friend. And Little Big Planet now, sadly, they've turned off the servers and everything for it. So I believe you can still play the base game, the story mode of it, but I don't think you can access any of the online content, can you?
It's all gone.
That's all been gone. So luckily I recorded capture of my levels before they did this. So I still have a video of them. But in the void, now that they've shut it all down, the levels of Your First Friend sadly don't exist anymore. And they were terrible, but I loved them.
Like in the spirit of Little Planet.
Yeah. They've popped.
Yeah, they've popped.
That's a good one, actually. But either way, there you go, Liam. I've given 3 examples of ones that didn't relate to the question.
So, I didn't grow up on PS1, PS2, really. I had them, but I was mostly PC gaming back in the day. So I haven't really lost anything as such. It was just a terrible decision that lost hours and hours, maybe even days, maybe even years of stuff. So I used to... A lot of old PC games don't work on modern tech. There's ways around it, but most of the time they don't work. It's wrong. Operating's too different now, whatever. So I have them physically on disc. So I got all the files on a hard drive for old games like Virtual Springfield, which we played on BuddyGames once, actually, as a Simpsons game. Fantastic time. And with the help of Reddit and various forums, I managed to get these games working. These people are a lot smarter than me. A lot of just changing file names and code and all kinds of stuff like that. Anyway, I had them all backed up on a hard drive. Now, one year, I had a virus on my PC and it was locked. And I had no choice but to just completely reinstall Windows onto it. I completely forgot to unplug that hard drive on my install and completely wiped it. So I haven't really lost a nostalgic save file as such, but I have lost so much work. And I haven't been bothered to do it again since. So no, never again now.
What virtual Springfield.
Yeah, I've still got it physically.
I
I know, I've still got it physically, but yeah, to get it working again now, it's just Maybe I'm smarter. Maybe I can do it better, more efficiently now that I'm older. But yeah,
I believe in you, Liam.
Yeah, it was a terrible, because you're panicking. 'Cause basically, I had that big like flash up on your screen, like FBI warning: we've locked your PC. Give us Bitcoin, and we'll unlock your PC or whatever. And I was like, no, you can't get rid of it. Like, all I could do is reinstall Windows, and yeah, I just made a terrible mistake. Yeah, I'm not giving you
Bitcoin.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of a giveaway that it's not the real FBI when they're asking for Bitcoin, really, isn't it? But yeah, in just a mild panic there, just trying to get it all fixed, I just completely wiped my hard drive, which really upset me, because yeah, there's a lot of work, but I can get it back if I can be bothered to put the effort in. I haven't lost a memory like you guys have.
Just a piece of your soul.
Yeah, just exactly that.
Let's go around the table then. So let's go Liam, Nico, and then Rosie. With no context, just give a one-word answer. Who is a protagonist you cannot stand? I'm so sorry. The reaction of both of the two.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, we both just went, oh.
That's a good question.
Oh. I'm going to have to have a... Hang on, I'm going to have a look through... just have a little look.
Seymour in Final Fantasy X.
A protagonist?
Hang on. Who's the protagonist? Protagonist is the bad guy, right?
No, that's the antagonist.
Oh, no. I managed to myself. Oh, God's sakes. Yeah, Seymour's still right. Seymour's the good guy in Final Fantasy X. I'm sure of it. Oh, no. Maybe you shouldn't have asked me first.
Yeah, who's a good guy that just gets on your nerves a little bit? Who can't you stand?
Oh, I'm just having a little quick browse. Oh, God.
The streak continues. I've always got a question.
I mean,
that streak's still alive.
I'm going in. I'm going to say it.
Please
I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, buddies. If you're watching this, this is going to be show and telling if people have seen this or not. I can't stand Aloy. I'll say it. I can't stand her. I know.
What?
I can't stand her.
Why not?
I don't like how she is so invasive and comes in and has a complete shift in moral compass whenever she sees fit. I don't like that about her. I can go more in depth about it, but I think it just comes down to I don't like how she just comes in, and one moment she decides that you're a bad person because you're a murderer, and then in another town she goes in and then she decides to kill everyone. I find that excessive. Well, I'm giving it like a hyperbolic for example here, but you get the point. Double standards, and I don't like how she comes in and just tells people, no, that's not how you're supposed to live your life. You need to live your life like how I tell you how to live your life. So she has obviously great leg strength, for instance. She can just jump down and not break anything. So there's a lot to love about Aloy. She's obviously extremely good at archery as well. And the performance of Ashley Burke, I believe her name is phenomenal. So there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's just Aloy's moral compass is just so overwhelmingly annoying for me. I can't stand her. But that's my hot take.
She had a very tough upbringing. Very tough upbringing. I can understand why she doesn't like people very much.
It's more, I will say, Liam, in your defense, what is it? It's not Zero Dawn's Aloy that I can't stand. So if you're talking a Zero Dawn Aloy, we're good. But if it's Forbidden West, I do have a problem with it.
Wow. Rosie, follow that.
Liam, I've thought of one for you if you're struggling.
Please.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'll just say the game. Silent Hill 2.
Oh, him. Him. I can't remember his name. He's so
James Sunderland.
James Sunderland. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be fazed by absolutely anything. He kills something for the first time and he's like, all right, cool, carry on. Like, oh, fair enough, it was a creature of some sort, but there was no emotion on his face at all. He was just completely immune to the fact he's just killed something. If I had killed an animal for the first time, even if I didn't know what that animal was, I'd feel something. I've just killed something that's living, you know? But no, not him. Absolutely fine. And then he just picks up needles and just puts them in his arms. No problem at all. But it's like, He just picks up syringes, and he's like, "Well, that'll do." He's just such a weird character. I just didn't get on with him at all when playing the game. It completely threw me out of the experience because he was so weird. And I kept on saying, like, James is not scared, so I'm not scared. Because that's how it felt while playing Silent Hill. He wasn't fazed by anything, so why should I be fazed by anything? And yeah, he's it's just a weird man. He's just a weird man. I know I played it through now. I played through the whole game. Well, Nico finished it for me because I was gone. I can't remember why. I just checked out by the end or something. But yeah, Nico finished the game for me. So I've seen the ending now and everything. But yeah, Rosie said I picked up on way too much while playing it. I was just meant to be just enjoying my time in Silent Hill.
No, it was not that you picked up on too much. It was just so funny to watch you play it because I've never before. Like usually, whenever I've seen anyone play Silent Hill 2, they get immersed in the world and it's dark and it's eerie and it's psychologically messing with you and you're picking up on things. Liam the whole time playing was just like, why would he do that? Freak. Why is he doing that? He's like, oh, he just picked up this bat and murdered this thing and he's cool with it. Okay, yeah. Whereas most people would be like, what was that creature? It was horrible. And Liam's just like, why did you do that for?
Yeah, it's a game I did not get immersed in at all. So, yeah.
And that's the thing, knowing, I mean, without delving into spoilers or anything, but just knowing Silent Hill 2 as well, when you see the ending, like, literally Liam was just not fazed by it at all. He was literally like, he was like, well, I knew he'd do something like that. Like, I knew that would happen.
It's like that meme with the gold, the mine picker when he's pickaxing away, and there's a wall of diamonds behind it, and then Liam walked away from it. Yeah. It was so close to seeing the full picture, but he didn't.
It wasn't for me. He wasn't for me, I should say. I liked the town. The town was very, very cool. But yeah, he wasn't for me. What are you looking at? Is there a fly in the room?
No, I'm looking around to see if there's any more inspiration for my answer, because I've got an answer, but it's not the strongest one, and I just can't think of another one at the moment. So I was just seeing if there's any last final inspirations before I say it, but I don't think there is. But my answer,
KO the kangaroo, maybe.
No, I like him.
Okay,
he's all right.
Just give a villain like I did. It's a lot easier. Yeah, there's loads of villains I don't like. Yeah.
Seymour for Final Fantasy X. I am going to say I haven't played this game in a long time, so maybe when I revisit it, my opinions of this character might have changed. But I just really remember this was a character that I just did not get along with, and that is in Until Dawn. One of the characters who I'm going to class as the protagonist is called Emily. And Emily's the one who just goes, it's just a prank, Hen. And we all make this joke. I quote it way too much. I always go, it's just a prank. But I just remember throughout playing the whole game, she did nothing but cause fights. I appreciate that it's like the dynamic of these teenagers are going on a cabin wood trip and, you've got to have that bit of drama and stuff like that. But she was just at it all the time. She was dating a guy who she was horrible to. And I was like, leave him alone. He's being so such a nice gentleman to you. And she was just constantly just picking and moaning. And even when they go out on the quest, let's just say when they go out on the quest, she was just always being I mean, I appreciate they were in tight circumstances, but she was always the one that was just emphasizing the stress of the situation, and she probably fulfilled her role. The actor did a phenomenal performance. She definitely fulfilled her role of being that character in this sort of plot line. But that's what I mean. That's why I said my answer is very weak, because I think loads of people feel this way about this character, but because she's designed probably to be like this. But I just can't think of another.
I know one for you.
Me what?
Yes, for you, Mugman from Cuphead. No, because I played as a monk man.
Oh, yeah.
I was constantly in the way, not paying attention.
So Monkman himself's lovely. He's just playing with you, and then you just be on your phone whilst in the middle of a fight.
Rosie and Nico did the platinum for Cuphead on stream. And Nico, in really intense moments, you know what Cuphead's like. Really, you need to be on it. When there was a really intense moment where you need full focus, Nico would just go, what's it going on in the chat then? While he's still playing at the same time. And then Rosie was getting so annoyed at him. So annoyed.
But Rosie's real answer is Nico then.
Yeah.
Yes, my answer is Nico.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's what I love about this is having this conversation is great because it really brings out the best in people and how much they love this sort of thing. That was without context, one word answer. We actually have a full conversation about. So I really appreciate that.
It's supposed to be a one-word answer.
It's fantastic. Let's get into the next part, which is coach's quiz. Now, on round tables, we do a quiz. There's 5 questions. They're fairly straightforward. They're all multiple choice. You can work together or against one another. What would you rather do?
Should we say together?
Work together. That's what BuddyGames are all about.
Liam's also like, I'm not going to be able to answer any of the questions.
All right. So for the listeners out there that may be new to this, we do the coach's quiz. So the first one is going to be a multiple choice, but it's going to be a point system in terms of the amount of answers you get for the first question is the amount of points you'll get. So, for example, this question is, in 2015, the Gaming Hall of Fame was established in New York. There were 6 games that were entered. What 6 games were they?
Oh, they'd have to be a Mario.
So are we? Yeah, I can't really ask, of course, because the thing that I'm struggling with, Liam and Rosie, is like this is a Hall of Fame, so this could be any game before 2015. It doesn't have to be 2015.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to think of. I'm looking back on. I don't know what you guys think, but like the Guinness World Book of Record books when they were like, here are the best games in the world, and I remember there was always a Mario. Lara Croft.
I was going to say Lara Croft.
Yeah. Lara Croft's a good safe bet.
So that's why
Lara Croft.
I'm thinking a Tomb Raider game. So that's 2 out of 6.
Yeah,
probably a Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know.
Depends if it's done by one of these people that like they'll put like asteroids on or something. You know what I mean? Like a game that's so far removed.
Pac-Man.
I mean, Pac-Man is fantastic.
Tetris.
Tetris deserves to be on it. I'd say put Tetris on it. Tetris, Pac-Man.
Pokemon.
Is this done
Pokemon.
Is this done by old people? If it's done by old people, then it needs to start with 90 in it first.
I think it was even early. Yeah, 19. Yeah, that like 1964's chess game.
Well, to give you a glimpse into that, there's 50 years between the games. Oh. The oldest and the latest game.
Should we go with Pong then? I think we should go with Pong.
I'd say Pong. Put Pong on there.
Pong.
Sorry, 30 years. I can't do maths. 30 years. I can't do maths.
Not Pong.
30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, Super Mario Brothers.
Chuck me your first lock-in answer. What is it?
Super Mario Brothers for me.
Yeah.
If we're talking 30 years.
Yeah, can we be generic with a just... Yeah, okay. We'll just say a Mario game.
Super Mario Bros.
Come on now.
Yeah. Okay, not generic.
Mario Galaxy. No.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Is in. Correct.
On Mario Day as well.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows when we recorded.
Oh, I've aged the episode. I'm so sorry. Should have done that.
But which year, though? That's the question.
2015.
Yeah. Right. Number 2. We're going to go with Pong? Pac-Man? Sorry.
Pac-Man or
talk.
Pac-Man?
We go Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is in.
I think out of the 2. What was that?
Yes. That was in.
It is.
Cool.
Yes.
Lara Croft, we were or Tomb Raider, I should say.
Tomb Raider, yeah.
Yeah.
But would it be Tomb Raider 1 or 2?
The Tomb Raider.
Because I love Tomb Raider 1, but I know a lot of people give the second one credit, but I prefer the first game.
I'd say Tomb Raider.
What do you think, Liam? Tomb Raider 1?
Yeah, Tomb Raider 1.
Okay,
Tomb Raider.
No Tomb Raider.
No Tomb Raider.
I feel there has to be like a military shooter on it as well. Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare or something. Have you put shooters, to be fair? Doom, maybe?
Doom.
Wolfenstein?
Doom's a good pick.
Wolfenstein or Doom? Which one?
I think Doom.
Doom?
What do you think, Liam?
I don't think either of them. I think you're right with Call of Duty, though. 2015. Call of Duty's been out for a long time by now.
Modern Warfare was influential, so we try Modern Warfare.
We looking in?
Yeah,
okay.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
No.
Oh.
It's one of the other two. It's Doom or Wolfenstein.
Oh, darn it.
I reckon Doom.
Okay, Doom then.
Gosh, yeah, Doom.
Doom is correct, yeah. And it's a bit contentious, that, because Wolfenstein came first, but whatever, we'll move on. Okay.
There's no Zelda on there. There needs to be like an adventure game, an RPG.
Liam said Pokemon as well.
Pokemon?
You've said
Pokemon
2 of the other 3 already. Just so you know. Yeah.
Oh, what did we say?
No. Yeah, I don't
know.
Grand Theft Auto, Pong.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I'd say Grand Theft Auto needs to be in there. And if I have to put 1 on there, it would be the 3rd game. It's either the first or the third Grand Theft Auto.
When did the 5th game come out? That was
2015.
So it was 2015.
That's very fresh for Hall of Fame.
I know, but the impact that game blooming had like immediately. Yeah, because that's right. It's 10 years this year, isn't it?
I would.
San Andreas?
Liam, how do you just say run GTA? Chinatown
Vice City. GTA London.
Just say one of them will stick.
I'm going to actually say GTA 5 just because even though it just came out at the time.
No.
Done it.
Nope.
I'll
give you clues for the last 3.
Okay.
I'll give you clues for the last 3. So the 2 older ones you've said already, and the clues would be it's what you think they would be for Hall of Fame.
Pong.
Pong is one, yep.
Hey, we were saying that. That's probably the word we've said the
I
most.
said Zelda. So which Zelda are we picking? Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, or
Ocarina of Time?
Tetris.
Oh, Tetris, yeah.
It's got to be Tetris.
Tetris is correct, yep.
We did it. We got there in the end.
Wait, there's one more, isn't there?
You're missing one more, and I'll give you a clue. It's post 2000, and I'm guessing out of the 3 of you, the one that would know it the most would be Liam.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised it made it in here over some games, to be honest with you, but I can understand why.
I can help you, Liam, but I think I want to see if you can get there first.
I can't think of anything that came out post 2000.
What game did we play on your birthday?
I don't know. What did we play on my birthday?
What? It's last year, Liam.
Grim Fandango.
No, we didn't play it on your birthday.
No, what did we play on my birthday?
Marv, this is a whole new quiz.
Oh
What
my
did
God.
you play?
What did Liam play on his birthday? I can't remember.
80s inspired Liam. Got a man with a blue shirt.
Man with a blue shirt.
Yeah, you drive cars around. In fact, you steal them all the time.
Vice City.
There you go.
GTA Vice City. No, it's not that then. No, done it.
I'll fill it in for you because I don't think you've mentioned it yet. Because more questions to go. So, World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Sense. Oh, that does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Of course. Whole people's YouTube careers are based off that game. So
yeah, and it's still going amazingly.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quickly then. So, which arcade game was the first game to feature a continuous music track during gameplay? Space Invaders, Rally X, Pac-Man, or Defender?
What was the second one you said?
It's not Space
Invaders. Space Invaders, Rally X, Pac-Man, or Defender?
I don't know when Defender came out. I think Defender came out in 1979. Pac-Man came out in 1980, I believe. Rally X came out before it. I would bet on Rally X.
Yeah, but is Rally X the one that goes do 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 do, and then you're the car?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that when you crashed, it stopped the music. And that's the thing. The question is, it has a continuous soundtrack, so the music's always playing.
Pac-Man doesn't even have continuous music.
No, because when he stops, the music stops.
Defender, I don't believe Defender has it either, because Defender's just that laser that goes up. I'd say Rally X.
Because I thought it was music. All right, my memory of it's foggy.
Because all 3 games, because all 3 games don't have music in them. Defender doesn't have either. It's just lasers. Yeah.
Yeah, technically it does.
Insane knowledge. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm impressed.
This should be slightly easier. In Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, which boss can be defeated by waiting real-world time? He dies of old age.
Rosie, go ahead.
Go on, Liam.
Oh. The end.
The end is correct. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This might catch a couple of people out. The Konami code, famous as we know, first appeared in what game?
Nico knows.
Oh, God. Is it Contra?
The options are Contra, Gradius, Castlevania, or Life Force.
Oh, God. It's either Life Force or...
I like how Rosie and I put all this pressure on Nico.
I would...
he knows.
I would say Contra.
It's famous in Contra, obviously, but it first appeared in Gradius.
I love uniques.
I'll give you a fun fact in return.
I'll give you.
Guess this one.
So I love this. So in Gradius 4, if you type in the Konami code, the up, down, down, and stuff, if you type in the genuine Konami code, your ship will explode. Same in Pop and Twinbee. But if you type in up, down, down, left, right, no, up, down, down, LR, BA start, you then get the gold mode cheat. So they at one point they knew that you're going to try that code out. So instead they punished you for trying to use that code, and I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Like the
So there
new
you
cheat
go.
Alright.
in Tomb Raider.
No, give me my point. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's fine.
Okay, last one then. Bit of history buff here as well. Do you know who Carol Shaw is?
No.
Carol Shaw
No.
is often credited as the first female video game designer. She worked at Activision and different couple of places. But which video game do you think she was credited with designing in 1982? River Raid, Tropic Thunder, Sea Storm, or Wave Rider?
God, the only two I know there is Wave Rider and Tropic Storm. I don't know why I want to say Wave Rider.
River
I only want
Raid,
to say Wave
Tropic
Rider.
Thunder, Sea Storm, or Wave Rider?
Wave Rider's the only one I know. So
I'd say Wave Rider. I don't know either.
That's good. I mean, that's really the main one out of that bunch that I know. The other one I recognise the title, and then the other two I don't know. So we all just saying Wave Rider.
Wave Rider.
So the funny thing is that no one actually noticed that Tropic Thunder's a film. And then
That's why I recognise the title.
it's River Raid. She was the first female to design a game, and she created her own game, which is River Raid, which is on the Atari 2600. It's class. I've got it. Amazing game. Good
I'll have to
stuff.
check it out.
What type of game is it?
What's that? Sorry.
What type of game is it?
It's like a side scroller, not a beat 'em up, but it's like a side scroller, Celeste almost vibes, where it's like an up and down side scroller.
Okay.
It's really good for the time. It came out in '82, so it's an '82 game.
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
can imagine. But yeah, it's considering the history of it, it's actually really amazing to own. I'm actually quite proud of that. So it's quite good.
Awesome.
Cool. So as Rosie will know, we normally end with what we call Creator Spotlight. So it would be your chance to shout out the creators or content you really enjoy. But because there's you guys here and you're a round table, we flip it. Why should someone be following BuddyGames?
Oh,
I shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. I can go first, but
feel free to. Yeah.
we are, like I said, we're very passionate. We're very feel good. We are, we have lots of cool stuff to offer. Like I said, video game knowledge in my department, but also like we've got such an insane cool community as well. Very loving, very welcoming as well. I feel that is a good reason to stick around. And we'd like to say that we're hardworking people. We have lots of cool stuff to offer, like social media presence and an amazing Discord that's monitored by amazing moderators. Yeah, we're just like across the board. We're just very proud of like all of our pillars, essentially. So I just say that if you want to check us out, I suppose.
And we've also got what we call the BCV, which is the Buddy Connect verse. It's not an official thing, but we have obviously streamer friends as well. And the community, we all kind of cross over communities as well. So, you know, if you are someone that's, you know, just looking to hang out with people you hang out with, usually there's a stream on somewhere within our community. One of our friends are streaming, or the Discord is open, and there's just somewhere to hang out as a safe space. As Nico's mentioned already, we've got 3 fantastic mods, Chocky, Lee, and Sengui, who really, really work hard to make our space, our community, as inclusive and inviting as possible and safe as well. So it's just a nice place for everyone to hang out. And obviously our show is just something to people to watch while they're hanging out all together, which is really nice. Generally a lovely bunch of people. We're so proud of that. We're lucky that the people that found us have found us, because we couldn't ask for a better community, really. Genuinely lovely people, and we've made real friends out of it as well, which is really, really nice.
And I think as well, from what we've heard from just people in general, like be it fellow streamers or fellow people who make videos and just community members and stuff, we've been told that our show really is just like a really just happy, optimistic, just fun place to be, which a lot of people have said, you know, in times where things are tough on everyone at the moment and everything's like that, they've just said that it's been a really nice corner of the world just to pop in and just to have fun, talk to people who love games and stuff, have a laugh. Nothing serious happens in them and stuff like that. So it's just a nice, light-hearted, safe space to be in. And that's the thing. That's just what we've always just hoped that we could create. And we're just, I think it's absolutely honouring that people have told us that they feel that way about our show. So just people from all different angles. So so hopefully that is the show that you guys will also think of BuddyGames if you decide to check it out.
Such a warm vibe, right? And it must be not hard to maintain that because you've got it anyway. Do you ever see it where you see either friends of yours or streamers you end up watching that have this I'm not trying to be derogatory, but like a vibe that's they're trying really hard to make this look great, but you can tell they're going to flag off a little bit because they're putting on a bit of a show. It comes unnaturally to you. Do you see that in other people?
Yeah. I'm not going to name names here, but there's definitely a couple people that I'm aware of myself where it feels quite unauthentic sometimes, but at the same time, it's a full-time job for them, so they've got to say the spiel, and they've got to pay their bills at the end of the day, haven't they? So I don't think these people are ever inherently lying to you, but you can definitely feel the unauthenticity with it. Is that a word I was made up? But anyway, there's definitely a couple people I know of like that.
Well, the reason I asked that is not to be weird about it or anything, but because there's three of you, do you find it easier to maintain the energy?
Oh yeah, it's so easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We feed off each other.
Yeah. So when you're streaming, the difficult with I'm a firm believer with streaming that you're the one that acts and the community is the one that reacts. A community will never act on you. The community will always react to whatever you're doing. So when you work with someone else, you have this trifecta of the game, your co-host, and the community, and we're always balancing between the three. But to come back to your point, I firmly believe that you just need to hone in to what it is that you believe is best on the streaming platforms like Twitch. For us, like we said, from 2020, it was a very important point to create these nice feel good safe spaces. That was our crucial point, and that's what Rosie believes in, that's what I believe in, that's what Liam believes in. That's why it's not really that difficult for us to hold that up. We are not trying to be happy Teletubby show or whatever, even though we're not. Yeah. So that's something that we believe in. But if you, let's say, wanted high competitive gameplay or deep provocative conversations about life or what is it, some people, for instance, they own topics like mental health. That's something that I find very difficult to advocate for, because those are super sensitive topics. So I feel that that's something that's better than for those people to have a discussion around. So I think what I'm trying to say here is that just hone in on what you believe, what your strengths are, and project that to the world. And there will be people that will gravitate towards that. But the fair warning that we always give with it is that what you put out is what you get back. If you're going to be sarcastic, cynical, and very negative minded, you're going to attract people that are like-minded to that. If you're going to be positive and optimistic and forgiving, then you're going to get people like that in return as well. So we're a strong believer of that when it comes to personality and content. But yeah, that's my advice. So yes, it is hard to hold up, but it's only hard if it's not something that you truly believe in, is what I'm trying to say.
And I think just very quickly going back to your point, Marv, sorry, about us bouncing off each other. I mean, not only have, as we discussed earlier in the podcast, we've just very fortunate that naturally we all get along really well. But even from a show element, when you are streaming, if you're doing it individually, there's a lot you've got to manage. You've got to manage the tech, maybe the audio levels, there's the camera in the right position. You're also reading the chat, trying to engage with everyone and talk to people. Is there something you need to do an action on?
Do the lights work?
Oh no, the lights don't work. Whilst also maintaining that you can keep the gameplay going rather than, just pausing the game just so you can have a massive spiel about talking about anything, which some people do, but they have to do that because their brain's just overloaded. So when you're saying do you bounce off as the three of you, I think not only do we bounce off in terms of a personality wise just because we all get along, but also from a show element, it means that, for example, I could be playing the game, just focusing purely on the gameplay so that people can have something to watch whilst they listen to us chatter. Meanwhile, Liam is there looking at the chat, engaging with everyone, talking to everyone, making sure everyone's good. And then if there is a moment where the camera's switched off for some reason, I can just make them, the roles can shift. I can just be talking on the mic, trying to be silly and being like, oh no, guys, I pressed the button again. Even though I probably did press the button I wasn't meant to. And then Liam's the one then it's like, the role shifts then, because then he's the one who's like, right, I'm going in the zone now. I'm going to fix this tech issue whilst you continue with the show. Whereas if you're someone individual, you have to balance all of that yourself. So I think that's also just, something that we're very fortunate with a bit being the three of us in terms of like how we balance it all as a show.
Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork.
Yeah.
I like what you said, Nico, because when you said about like you get back what you put in, sort of what you portray. A lot of what we get on this show is about authenticity, right? So if you're the most positive person in the world, you portray that all the time, every day, 24/7, but you have a bad day. If you're authentic with it, when you have those bad days, your community you've built is more organic, so they trust and know that you're going to come back the day after if you take a day off. Or whatever. If you're inauthentic and you put this really weird personality out there and you can't keep it up, when the bad days happen, that community won't stay because you're not trustworthy anymore. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I really appreciate you saying that, because I think authenticity is massive. And if there's one thing you guys are, it's authentic, because it's obvious how much you love it. I think everyone can appreciate that. So as a viewer of you guys, that really does come through, and that should be championed massively, because otherwise, I'm not saying you'd obviously fall off, but it'd be harder to maintain that if you weren't like it. And so, again, I really appreciate that.
Thank you. If anyone is struggling to find this identity, because we're super fortunate that we have this feedback loop with the three of us. Like, we're very open about each other's inputs on the show. So if, let's say, Rosie notices that I was constantly interrupting her or something, then Rosie will point that out, and then we take that on board, or at least there's feedback from me. I would take it on board, and then I would make sure that Rosie would get more time to speak, for instance. So we're constantly in that loop. So what my advice for streamers or content creators that don't know what that voice is, just go around, talk to your friends and your family, and just ask them, like, how they feel about you, like what it is that you contribute towards a conversation. Maybe it's a bit weird a question to ask, but the point is that, when you ask the people around you that know you well, they'll point out what your strengths and your characteristics are. I am not a funny guy. I should not be a comedian.
You're a very funny man.
People will leave the room right now, but I do know a lot of facts about video games, so I hone in on that. And what is it? And that's what we all do here on BuddyGames. We hone in on what we're good at, and that hopefully will lead to the right people appreciating that, essentially. So yeah, that's my advice to those people, because I totally get why you want to go for the happy-go-lucky content creator that you see, people making millions off of. So I totally get that, why you want to go that voice, but you don't need to be the funniest guy in the room, nor do you need to be the most heartwarming girl in the room. You can be who you want to be on the internet and put that out there, essentially. But know that what you put out there is what you more likely will get back. So if you are indeed quite cynical, but you're short-fused, you might not want to be too cynical on the internet, is what I'm trying to say.
Unless you can handle it back.
Unless you can handle it, yes. Because we've got a friend, for instance, who is very banterous, so you can absolutely throw every bone that you want at them, but then they'll also obviously throw it back at you too, because that's what their shtick is. So that's my 2 cents on that one.
Amazing advice. Before we finish, I know Rosie knows we did the last segment last time, where I sort of say, is there anything you want to finish with? But in this case, let everyone know, obviously we know your BuddyGames, obviously, but let everyone know where you are, when you stream, etc. Just give us an idea, and everyone out there, when you are actually about.
Go on, Liam. Advertisers.
I thought you've done this every time, Rosie.
Go on, Liam.
I know, I'm rooting for you, Liam. I'm like, go on.
Just get a sign, maybe, with a little list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we stream twice a week currently on Twitch, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT, every Sunday at 1 p.m. GMT, every week without fail. So yeah, go check out Twitch. Go and check out BuddyGames on Twitch. Unfortunately, it's BuddyGames with 2 S's at the end. It's weird. BuddyGames. Sadly, the BuddyGames name was taken. So yeah, that's why that is happening. I feel I'm not doing a good job at this spiel. I feel I'm better when I've got all the little buttons in front of me that are like scrolling up on the screen to remind me of what I need to talk about. So yes, anyway, Twitch, stream twice a week, every Wednesday, every Sunday. Come along to them. We're lovely to see you. Lovely to meet new people all the time. Obviously, we've got our Instagram. Please make that appear somewhere. I don't know. I don't actually know the URL for it. So just search for Buddy Games. Just search for Buddy Games on Instagram. Search for Buddy Games on YouTube. Search for Buddy Games on X. Huh?
Buddy Games Official.
Yeah, that's it. Buddy Games Official on Instagram. I'm sure it comes up. If I type in Buddy Games, does it come up?
As I said, we all have our roles, Marv.
Yeah, definitely that.
Don't ask me what my cables mean at my computer over here for streaming, but that's
I don't know why Rosie got me to do this part. Buddy Games comes up. We're fine. We're fine. Buddy Games does come up. We're first on the list, so you'll find us on anything.
Nico, do you want to give the official names?
Yeah, no worries. You can find us on Twitter as well, or for now X, or whatever people want to call it these days. We're on Buddy Games 105. We are also on Blue Sky on the name Buddy Games with only one S, fortunately. And we are also on TikTok with Buddy Games, sadly with two S's. But yes, we're over there as well. And we create original highlight form content over there as well. And we have a VOD channel, in case you can't catch us, called Buddy Games VOD, where you can see loads of streams that we have done in the past. Just go in the search bar, type in your favorite games. We probably will have played them by now.
But the big one is Twitch, the one that I mentioned.
Yes,
it's a Twitch.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, come watch us live.
Liam will give you a sub if you come in.
Oh no.
What's that the old days of follow for a follow?
Yeah, but follow for a sub. That's awful. You're gonna be
honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. By the way, this has been amazing. Absolute joy. Say goodbye, Liam.
Goodbye, Liam.
There we go. On my way of
goodbye, Liam.
Say goodbye, Nico.
Goodbye, everyone.
I was looking for the Liam got it. It's fine. Say goodbye, Rosie.
Goodbye, Rosie.
Hey! Thank you so much for inviting us. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Absolutely incredible. Please, whoever you are out there, go check out Buddy Games. I can't recommend it enough. On every platform with 2 S's or 1S or 105. Check it out everywhere. Link will be in the description below and on the Spotify and Amazon list somewhere there. You've been episode 95. I'll catch everybody on the next one.